Oh boy, kids, we're gonna have fun today!
Yay!
Hey! Alright!
How is everyone doing tonight?
Welcome back, jerks! It's the inaugural episode of Ian Versus Daddybones! I'm Ian Daddybones, and I want to thank everybody who took the time to check out episode 0 when I posted it the other day. The feedback has been very positive, and I'm super excited to get this episode off the ground today. And you know me, I can't get off without a couple jerks, and that's y'all, so thanks for tuning in. Today, I'm going to be talking about 40th Anniversary He-Man. Now, 40th Anniversary He-Man just hit retail like last month, and is part of He-Man's 40th Anniversary celebration. It got released with Wave 5 of the Masterverse collection, and basically the last episode of the show, I made it clear my two main focuses with my toy collecting has been Masters of the Universe Origins and Masters of the Universe Masterverse. Now, what's the difference between the two lines? Well, Masters of the Universe Origins is based on the original 5.5-inch figure from the 80s, only now they're more articulated. They lost out on some action features, but for the purpose of articulation and posability, that's where they make up for the loss of the action feature. But basically, the Origins figures, the heads are on like a ball, and they rotate around. The shoulders have like ball joints, so the shoulders go up, the arms go up, they go down, the arms could rotate around and go up, and they're way more better than up and down from the 80s, and hell of a lot more posable. Instead of having the classic 80s rubber band crotch, these ones got ball joint hips, so the legs are just popped on and they swivel around and move a lot better. The knees are articulated and bend, the calves rotate and move, the feet go up and down at the ankle, and the wrists rotate, and it's basically super dope and fresh, and what an upgrade compared to what I had to as a kid. And you know, I'm all about the Origins line right now, but Masterverse is different because where Origins is 16 points of articulation, Masterverse is 30 points of articulation, and what I'm holding right now is the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe, Revelations He-Man. Now, this is the He-Man from the Netflix Masters of the Universe Revelation series. This came out last summer when the series was about to drop, and I gotta say real quick, I've been very impressed and happy with the Masters of the Universe Revelation series. It's gotten some criticism for being like too woke, and a lot of crybabies are like, that's not my He-Man. And you know me, I think it's great just to have He-Man back on TV. It's great just to have something dope to watch that brings me back to my childhood and reminds me, even though it's not the same as my classic cartoon I had as a kid, but considering I was a big fan of Netflix's Castlevania series, it's the same studio that's animating Masters of the Universe. Plus you have the team of Kevin Smith and all of his homies involved on this. You know, makes it super better knowing that, like, you know, Silent Bob has a hand in this, and you know, this is Silent Bob's He-Man according to the internet, and I'm all about Silent Bob's He-Man because it's been a pretty dope series. And you know, basically that series is what launched this toy line. And Masterverse, I don't know what happened in the background. Dandy Manners, will you knock it off? Seriously, Dandy, I'm trying to do a show here. Come on, it's the first episode, it's your first day on the job, and you gotta be knocking shit over when I'm trying to talk. Anyways, with the Revelations He-Man, that's the reason why the Masterverse line starts. Now, with the Masterverse line, I gotta say, there's so many things that go into what exactly is Masterverse. Now, back in 2008, at a time when Mattel didn't really believe in Masters of the Universe after the 2002, 2000X Mike Young Masters of the Universe toy line and cartoon bombed at retail. Mattel didn't really want to touch He-Man. So, basically the people that worked at Mattel that wanted to bring He-Man back, they launched this line called Masters of the Universe Classics. And now Classics, I believe were like 8-inch action figures, but the thing with Classics was it was done through Matty Collector, and it was subscription based, and you had to pay in advance, I believe, and it was like a brotherhood. It was like a community. It was a club for like everybody who participated in this, and they got to, and Classics is its own thing. But the thing is, Classics was online based. It wasn't available at retail. So to me, since Classics no longer exists, Masterverse, in my opinion, is like a resurrected Classics line, because now Mattel believes in Masters of the Universe working again. Now Mattel wants to put product out in stores. So while they're not going to replicate Classics, Masterverse feels like they're trying to mimic it, and I'm all about it, because honestly, when Classics came out, I wasn't in a position to jump on it. I couldn't afford it at the time. I was still paying dues in life, growing up, becoming a father and a husband and whatnot, and I didn't have the budget to jump in or participate with Classics. And part of me's kind of kicking myself, because they managed to make it through the entire Masters of the Universe line, plus the She-Ra Princess of Power line. They were able to do movie characters, they were able to do filmation characters. It was awesome. But Masterverse is like I said, to me it's like Mattel trying to mimic the success of Classics at retail with a brand new line. So we got these 7-inch Masters of the Universe figures that are fully posable, and Mattel started the line with the debut of the Revelation series on Netflix, and over the past year and a half, almost 2 years, we're approaching, Masterverse has 5 waves of figures that have been released at retail. Pre-orders are available for wave 6 and 7, so people who are already trying to prepare, they're already taking care of it. And, like I said, overall it's been a lot of fun. I mean, Masterverse, there's got 5 waves of characters right now, and there's so many different versions of He-Man right now, and it's crazy, because you got Revelations He-Man, I got 40th Anniversary He-Man. I'm opening this guy today. I'm really excited, because all of my Masterverse figures I've been keeping in the package, and they're not, unlike Origins, I've been opening the Origins figures, but I don't want to touch these. I like these the way they are, because, you got the front packaging, you got the back packaging art, you got the side packaging, and, real quick, speaking of the packaging, one thing about the Masterverse packaging, and just the fact that Mattel is doing this, makes me smile, because Mattel is also doing the WWE figures and all of the WWE stuff, which is great, because WWE has its Elite figures, and WWE also has its Ultimate Edition figures, and that's where there's similarities between the lines, because Masters of the Universe, Masterverse figures, these figures basically use the same body buck pieces as the WWE superstars, like the Ultimate Editions and the Elites. You have like the shoulders, the biceps, the forearms, the thighs. Those are basic shared used parts between the two lines. So this He-Man has the same shoulders as John Cena or the Undertaker. It's the same basic parts, and to me that's really neat, because there you have a level of cross compatibility, because your Masterverse figures will fit in with your WWE guys. And for a kid from the 80s that had 5.5-inch He-Man figures, but then I had these really big LJN WWF superstars, there was no scale compatibility there. I I mean, I could use my imagination in that, but I hated using my imagination like that. Like, these guys are going to be friends, like they're the same scale when I'm playing with myself. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. But these are fucking dope. I love them. I'm like just absolutely blown away with this line. Like I said, like 40th Anniversary He-Man, he comes packaged with the classic Red Rock Molten Magma friggin' blast packaging from the 80s. He's got the artwork on the back with him and Battle Cat, and it says, 40 years ago, Mattel created Masters of the Universe, a world of space and sorcery, of fantasy and technology, and of He-Man, the hero who inspired children to discover the power within themselves. Sorry, I had to moisten my palate. I said moist. But, you know, the thing is with Masters of the Universe, you know, you got 40th Anniversary He-Man, right, with the classic packaging. You got Masters of the Universe Revelations with the Revelations brand packaging. And that's the cool thing with the Masterverse figures. Mattel's going all out with this shit. Mattel is putting out Masterverse figures with different sub-brands within Masters of the Universe. So right now we got Masters of the Universe Revelations. We have right here is Masters of the Universe New Eternia He-Man, right? Now Masters of the Universe New Eternia line is a line within Masterverse. It's a brand within Masterverse where it's classic, it's modern figures based on classic concepts. Like basically when they were trying to flesh out the figures, when they were trying to create He-Man and flesh out his character and what the final product was going to look like, originally He-Man was more barbarian. Alright, we're back. I had a slight technical difficulty. The batteries decided to shit the bed. So me and Dandy Manners, we had to go down to the white supermarket. I basically what I'm getting at is Masterverse is a lot of fun between the different sub-brands. So, like I was saying, while I'm thinking about it, on the last episode, I mentioned that there were 3 lines available at retail right now. However, I only mentioned 2 of them. Masters of the Universe. Masters of the Universe line right now. There's got Origins, you got Masterverse, but there's a second animated series that's currently running on Netflix. It's called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And basically what this is, it's a CGI animated reboot built from the ground up. So it's Masters of the Universe aimed at children today. Like, it's aimed at my 12-year-old, it's aimed at my 15-year-old, it's aimed at my 2-year-old, it's aimed at my 4-year-old granddaughter, and for an 80s kid that had OG He-Man, I am all about this CG reboot, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I don't have any of the figures here with me today, but we do have some of them at the house because I did buy some for my daughter Sadie, and she's all about Masters of the Universe. I'm getting the biggest kick out of it because I'm trying to introduce it to my youngest, and she's got her He-Man and the Masters of the Universe CG Battle Cat figure that she carries everywhere with her, and I'm absolutely like, that's fucking hearts. But with that said, we are back, and let's officially open up some 40th Anniversary He-Man. Now, for those watching this on YouTube, you are not hearing... Well, actually, no, they are hearing what I'm saying right now. But basically, when I do my unboxings on the YouTube video, I'm going to speed this up and time-lapse it. However, the raw footage, I'm saving for you ASMR sluts. So don't worry, Daddy Bones got something special for you. Here we go.
Meme Lord for real. Epic Rose God. DJ Dandy Manners. Ian Daddy Bones. He's the DJ. I'm the asshole. Meme Lord for real. Epic Rose God. Step away from the meme. It cannot hurt you. It's only words typed onto a picture.
Meme Lord for real. Epic roast down.
Man, you ain't shit but a laptop, DJ.
Meme Lord for real. Epic roast down. Look at that. Super fresh. 40th Anniversary He-Man. And his 30 points of articulated glory. I mean, super dope. Like, look at that. Like, held aloft my magic sword and said, "By the power of Grayskull." Absolutely fresh. I don't know. Like, I got so many memories. Like, taking me back, dude. Like, Dandy Manners, this is just super childhood revisited. Like, core memories unlocked. Super fresh, super dope. And I want to thank all of y'all for taking the time to be here to watch me play with myself and unbox my 40th Anniversary He-Man. Because this is what Ian Versus Daddybones is going to be all about. It's going to be about me talking about my toys, unboxing toys, sharing stories, and we're just getting started. This is just the first episode. The ball is officially rolling. I'm motivated as fuck. Raise the roof and let's do this shit. Now, Ian Versus Daddybones is going to be available on YouTube. However, I'm in the process of creating a Patreon, and I'm going to have more information about the Patreon as it gets closer to launch, because right now I'm just trying to figure out, A, how the fuck does Patreon work? How can I make Patreon work for me? So I'm spending a lot of time right now researching Patreon and the benefits of it, and also as a creator, what can I offer you as a creator, even though I'm offering you a podcast, a show right now to watch and enjoy. But like I said, I'm taking this seriously. I'm trying to take it to the next level. So for starters, follow me on social media. I'm currently banned on Twitter. I got a little crazy during the pandemic period, and I basically lost my account for calling out Proud Boys and other dickheads on the internet during election time. So that was fun. But right now, since Twitter's currently under new ownership, I sent my appeal email the other day that simply stated, "I'd like to speak to Mr. Musk. New rules, new owners, new beginnings. Let's do that shit. I'm sorry. I let my emotions get the best of me during a pandemic in an election season when the country's split in half. I'm sorry I went apeshit that you apparently thought was hate speech. So with that said, new owners, new beginnings. I'm sorry. So give me my fucking account back, because I got a brand new podcast that I'm trying to promote, and my daddy wants his Twitter back. Just give me my Twitter back. But in the meantime, you can subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Ian Daddybones. Right there is a great place to start. You can subscribe to the Ian Versus Daddybones YouTube channel. And yeah. We're officially got the ball rolling with this, and I look forward to seeing you next time on Ian Versus Daddybones. Cheers, Pete. Hey!